Everything can be done. When you want something in life, when you find your profession, you do it with love, discipline, and everything can be done in life. So I gotta ask you about your next fight. Well, right now my dates are May and September. Those are the dates that I always look to fight, May and September. This Monday, I'm going to have a meeting to see what comes next. What's your opinion of what David Benavidez said, that if you don't accept the fight with him, against him, you should vacate the WBC title? Well, look, a lot of things can be said, but at the end of the day, in this moment, I'm the king and I can do whatever I want. Yeah, you can see the results. At the end of the day, when you're fighting with an injury, you can't be at 100%. You're never 100% with an injury. I feel very, very good, and I think my performance showed it. I think it's clear that Benavidez can only be a potential opponent for you in September. Given this meeting, the opponents on the table, Munguia, Charlo, Crawford, is it possible those guys are... There's nobody at the table right now. Honestly, I've been doing other things. I've been handling my businesses, traveling with my wife. So right now, I haven't talked about any of that. I don't know where all that came from. I don't know where those names came from, but on Monday, I'm going to sit down with Al Heyman, and we're going to see what comes next, and see what's the best for us. Well, we know the WBC has made David Benavidez the mandatory challenger. Will that fight happen in September? We'll see. Like I've said, always, I'm here to make the best fights, and if that's a good fight for September, or if he has to wait a little bit, we'll see. But at the end of the day, sometimes the fights are bigger when you have to wait a little bit. But right now, like I said, I'm calm, and on Monday, I'm going to see what the options are, and we'll see what happens.
Oye, pero ahora sería el efecto opuesto cuando te decían es que dejas ser más viejo, Golovkin, ahora tú te estás dejando entre comillas a ser más viejo y él tiene la ventaja de la juventud y la fuerza.
Yeah, that always happens. Lara, Trout, Mayweather, Cotto, Golovkin, Jacobs, everyone that I didn't want to fight with Callum Smith, with Billy Joe Saunders. At the end of the day, I beat them. Practically all of them. And now, even Benavidez, if I beat Benavidez, they're going to say, oh, why don't you face another guy? It's the same thing. At the end of the day, look at my history. I've done everything in boxing. Everything that I've talked about with my team, I've done it all. I've beaten all of the fighters, all the champions, the best of boxing right now. Right now, what motivates me is to make the best fights and make my name a lot more bigger. On the topic of Crawford, you've made it clear that you can't make it at 160 pounds ever. That's not an option for me. That's not an option for me. 164 is not an option for me. Right now, that's not in my plans. But we'll see. You never know in boxing. If it's a good fight for the people, a fight that's big, that generates a lot of things, maybe we could see it happen. No, I feel very proud of my brother. Even as a kid, I admired him and would always spend time with him. He showed me a lot of things. I learned a lot of things from him. I have a lot of admiration for my brother. This, for me, is a great happiness to see the achievements that he's doing and what he's doing for the youth. For me, I continue admiring him, and this is a great achievement, for a great opportunity for the youth here to have these kind of things, the facilities, to be able to train in something like this, which is important.
Y por favor, ayúdenos todos a contar cuando estén listos. 1, 2, 3. El aplauso es para ustedes. Muchísimas gracias. Disfruten de este espacio y que tengan un excelente día.
Recuerdo en aquellas ocasiones que nos íbamos juntos al CODE, que mientras tú entrenabas afuera, ahí adentro, Memo y yo, que anda Memo aquí, mi primo, acá está, nos poníamos afuera a armar un puesto del tianguis, a vender aguas frescas para salir adelante, tener para la gasolina, para ir al CODE, para sacar adelante muchos de los gastos, quizá de nosotros. No es que nosotros hayamos sacado adelante el Canelo lo ha hecho también él por sus propios medios, pero sí hemos puesto quizá un granito de arena que decirle al gobernador que hoy mismo seguimos trabajando con estos atletas en el municipio, porque también genera espacios para que ellos puedan tener un recurso cada vez que van a ir a competir, porque van y compiten a nivel internacional.
están esas cosas.
Nomás va a terminar la entrevista y ahorita
Ya nos regresamos.
Oigan, ¿y cómo van los duelos con el golf? Aprovechando que aquí está, ¿quién gana las cascaritas del golf ahorita? ¿El capitán o el boxeador?
No, pues el boxeador anda tirando golpes más bajos que yo. Entonces,
¿De qué?
De golf.
De golf, ¿quién gana las cascaritas?
No lo he visto jugar.
¿Cómo no han jugado
no,
juntos?
Ya nos tocará. Nada más me ha tocado jugar con Checo, pero con Canelo
Ya nos tocará pronto.
A ver si...
Y ahí ya te podemos decir.
Oye, ¿y cómo tomaste, Jair, tú que ya lo conocías desde que sé que lo hace por Eddie, pero él ya se ha confesado rojinegro, ¿cómo fue la relación ahora con la capitán Chiva rojinegro?
Lo abrazo.
No, la verdad es que yo apoyo el deporte y apoyo siempre, pues nunca se había dado la oportunidad, no apoyo a los equipos de Jalisco. Si uno está en algo importante, pues es que hay que apoyarlos, pero al final de cuentas yo soy una persona que apoya al deportista, al deporte y más que nada es eso.